Hello and welcome to my day one of my week of decluttering series. My name is Jocelyn and yes, we are doing a week of decluttering here on my channel. If you like makeup declutters, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on my future declutters. We are going to be going through my entire makeup collection, starting with foundations, concealers, primers, and powders. So those are the items that you're going to be seeing in this first declutter. A couple of disclaimers. First of all, anything that I declutter is either going to be tossed if it is expired and no good, given to friends if there's anything that either I was sent for free or I think that one of them would like, or it could be donated or sold. So all of those things could happen to any of these products. If it's something that I bought with my own money and is still in good condition, then it will probably show up on my Poshmark. My Poshmark is listed down below for your convenience if you want to check it out and see if there's anything that I declutter that shows up on there. Also, there are some categories in this declutter that I will declutter probably a decent amount of, and there's other categories that I either don't have a lot of or have already catered pretty heavily. So I'm not going to be decluttering things just for the sake of this video, just for the sake of views. I'm only going to be decluttering things that I don't find enjoyment out of, that I don't like, that don't work for me, and then I don't want cluttering up my space. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, we're starting with foundations, primers, concealers, and powders. Alright, so here we are. This is all of the foundation that I own. Looks like I have 9 foundations. Now let's go ahead and start with some of the ones that I know I'm going to keep. The first 2 that I absolutely know I'm going to keep is the Fenty foundation and the CoverFX Power Play foundation. These are my top 2 favorite foundations. I love them. Definitely going to hold on to both of those. Also, this Hourglass Stick Foundation is currently in my 9 products in 2019 project pan, so need to keep this so I can use it up. This foundation right here is obviously way too dark for me. Look at that. I actually bought this to use on Alex for a I do my husband's makeup challenge, and we haven't filmed that yet, so I'm going to hold on to it so that we can use it on him in that video. So I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this for the time being. So I am also going to hold on to this Kat Von D powder foundation. I'm almost out of it. As you can see, I have major pan in here. Once I run out of it, I won't be repurchasing it, but I do enjoy it enough that I would like to finish it up, and I'm pretty close. So I have a feeling this year I will be able to use it up. Probably after I run out of my Hourglass foundation, I'll roll this into that project pan to use up this year. So I'm going to hold on to this because I do like using it and I would like to use it up. Okay, so the first thing I know I'm definitely going to declutter is this Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation. This is so incredibly old. It's definitely expired, and also I didn't use it for so long because it's so dark. It's in the shade Natural, which again is just way too dark for me, and I think I remember it oxidizing also, so I was never able to wear it in the last few years because I never got that dark again. So we're gonna go ahead and finally declutter it because it's expired and too dark for me. I think I'm going to hold on to this Tarte foundation. I like to have a more natural cover foundation for the summertime, and this is definitely like that. This is the Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation in the shade Light Neutral, so it's my summer shade. I do like wearing this in the summer, again, also because it provides a more natural, healthy looking coverage to the skin, so I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this to use it during the summer. Alright, so these last 2, I am going to keep the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. This is probably on its last leg. I have had it for a while and I haven't really wanted to use it because Estee Lauder is not cruelty free. Also, I enjoy the CoverFX one a little bit more. I feel like they're pretty comparable to one another. I can't really tell how much of this I have left, but I do enjoy this foundation. I do want to use it up. It wasn't cheap by any means, and it's old enough that I wouldn't want to really pass it along to anybody else. I want to say I probably have maybe a third left in here, maybe a quarter. I really don't know. So I need to figure out how to use this up. Maybe I'll include it in some kind of project pan, maybe a summer project pan or something, because I would love to get it used up and out of my collection while it's still good, because I did really like using it. Fortunately, I have found a cruelty-free alternative, which is that CoverFX foundation. All right, so this guy, I am going to declutter this. Okay, yep, I'm gonna declutter it. I don't love this foundation. It's not the worst thing I've ever worn, but I don't enjoy wearing it. It always looks okay on the skin. It wears okay on the skin, but why would I wear this when I could wear my Fenty foundation or my Cover FX foundation, which I love. I don't need this. I can pass it along to somebody who will appreciate it more. Maybe I can sell it on Poshmark in combination with some other Colourpop products or something like that. So yes, okay, I keep going back and forth. I'm like, do I want to declutter it? Yes. I don't like it, so I shouldn't keep it. Okay, I'm only decluttering 2 of my foundations, but out of 9, I don't feel like that's too many. I have 7 left, and 3 of them I'm expecting to use up this summer. 1 of them is for Alex and that video. Really, there's only 3 of them that I'm expecting to have left over by the time the year is over, so that's not too bad. I feel pretty all right about this. This one's going straight in the garbage, and then this one is going to get passed along to somebody else. All right, on to concealers. I have 7 total concealers in here. This one right here is the match to that Wet n Wild foundation for Alex. So as you can see, it's decently darker. So I'm gonna hold on to this again for that video purpose. A couple things that I know I'm going to keep. I'm definitely gonna keep this Kaja concealer. It's pretty new to my collection, but other than that, I really like this concealer. So I'm definitely gonna keep this. Again, this is the Kaja Don't Settle concealer. I have mine in the shade 1 Sweet Rice. So I'm gonna hold on to this. Next, I'm definitely gonna hold on to this Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer by First Aid Beauty. First Aid Beauty did send this to me a while back. I've used it a freaking lot. I have no idea how much I have left in here. I have a feeling I've used a lot of this up, but I really can't tell when I'll be done with it. But I'm gonna hold on to this because I really like using it. I am going to be decluttering this concealer right here. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. This is the first thing and only thing that I've purchased from CoverGirl since they've gone cruelty-free again, and I freaking hate it. It is so awful. Do not buy this. Oh my gosh, I have never been more disappointed by a product. This is so terrible. It has this weird like bristled end right here. It's just absolutely awful. I mean, I might see if somebody wants it, but truly this is a terrible product, so we are definitely getting rid of this. Moving on, we have a Tarte Shape Tape concealer, and then we have 2 Tarte Rainforest of the Sea concealers. I am actually going to declutter this Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I have just found that I do not like it as much as I like other concealers. My under eyes tend to be a little bit drier for some reason. The rest of my face is extremely oily, but my under eyes always get dry. I don't know what that's about, but the Tarte Shape Tape just always makes my under eyes look really weird as in comparison with the rest of my face, since it's extra drying. And also this color just doesn't match me too well. I find that it just makes my under eyes look too bright in comparison with the rest of my face. So I just don't want this anymore, and there's a lot of product left in here, so I can hopefully give it a better home. Now these last 2 concealers I am going to keep. I really like these concealers. I've raved about them many a times on my channel. They are the same concealer but in 2 different shades, so I have the shades Fair Light and the shades Light Neutral. I think I'm almost done with this one over here. This is the shade Fair Light. It definitely feels lighter than this one, so I might be able to get this one done this year along with the First Aid Beauty concealer, since that one I've been using so much. But I'm gonna hold on to both of these because I like them so much. All right, so we are getting rid of another 2 concealers, and we are keeping 5 of them, but again, this one is just for that video with Alex. So really I only have 4 concealers. This one I'll probably finish up this year, and then potentially one of these ones, which would leave me with 2 by the end of the year, which I think is pretty good. Oh, you guys, I just found this little sample of Clinique Even Better Skin Foundation. This is almost empty. I'm not sure why I still have this, but we're gonna go ahead and get it out of my collection because I don't need it, and Clinique's not cruelty-free. Alright, so here is my little pile of primers. I really don't have that many primers. I only have 1, 2, 3 full size and then 4 mini primers for a total of 7. The first thing that I know I'm going to keep is the Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. This is probably currently my favorite primer. I really like this, so I'm going to keep this. Another one I'm going to keep is this Too Faced Hangover RX primer. Whoa! I like using this with a more heavy duty foundation, so we're gonna hold on to this. It also just makes my skin feel really good, and I've got a pretty decent amount left in here. Something I'm going to get rid of is this Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I was so excited to try this because I've heard so many good things about it, but I just didn't like it. It made my skin look so bad. So I'm going to reach out to my friend who gave this to me and see if she wants it back. If she doesn't, I'm going to see if my other friend wants it so she can give it a try and see if it'll work for her, but it did not, unfortunately, work for me at all. I am going to keep both of these Hourglass mini primers. I love this primer, but it is so expensive. Both of these are staying with me. This last one, it almost feels like it's used up, but I bet there's enough in here that I could pass it along to a friend and they could try it out, see if it's something that they would enjoy getting a full size of, because I don't love this. I know that I don't love this as much as I like this one. This is from Makeup Forever. This is from Smashbox. I like this one more than I like this one. So I'm going to pass this along to one of my friends. They should be able to get a few uses out of it. And I know that I don't love it as much as the other ones, so I'm not going to hold on to it when I can pass it along to somebody else and they can try it out for themselves. And finally, the last one I have in here, this is a Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I have tried to use this. Let me actually... Well, I mean, it kind of feels good on the skin. I don't remember the last time I've tried this, so because I don't really have a good or bad opinion of it, I'm gonna hold on to it and give it a try, because honestly, I don't remember how I feel about this. So I'm gonna try it with some of my favorite foundations and see what it looks like under them. If it makes them look bad, then I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it and pass it along, but if I enjoy it, then I'll hold on to it and use it up. So again, we are getting rid of 2 primers. We are keeping 5 primers. So we're keeping 3 of my deluxe size, 2 of my full size, getting rid of 1 of my deluxe size and 1 of my full size. Doing decent, I think. Let's go ahead and move on to sprays real fast. I am keeping all 3 of these. I mean, I guess there's only 3 of these, so really I feel okay about keeping all of these. I have been using the MAC Fix Plus every time I want to amplify a shadow. It's making slow and steady progress. I have been using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray recently quite a bit, and I really, really like that. I feel like I might like it more than the Urban Decay setting sprays. I really love the mister on this. It's so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep all these. I'd like to finish up this one. I feel like there's only maybe like a 1/6 left in here, so maybe I'll throw this into a project pan or something this year to get it used up, but definitely gonna keep all 3 of these. All right, moving on to powders. I don't have that many. I only have 6 powders. I love powders though. I use them every single day. And okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep almost all of these. The only one that I know I'm going to declutter right off the top is this Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder. It did not work for me. I need something a little more heavy duty than this offered, so I only used it a few times, well, a handful of times, probably 5 times in total, and I just want to pass it along, see if somebody else could get better use out of it. The Hourglass powder is very new to my collection. I love it, so I'm going to hold on to that. This Becca powder is really cool. It's the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. It feels so cool on the skin. When you put it on, it feels almost wet. I really enjoy this, so I'm going to hold on to this also. This right here is actually not the Laura Mercier powder. This is the RCMA No Color Translucent powder that I put in the Laura Mercier container. It is part of my project pan, so as you can see, here's the line that I started at. So I'm gonna hold on to this because I'm using it up, but hopefully I'll have this used up by the end of the year. This right here, the Too Faced powder, is probably one of my favorite powders that I have and own. It's the Too Faced Born This Way powder. I absolutely love this, so definitely gonna hold on to it. And this one, I really like this powder too. This is the Colourpop No Filter Pressed powder. For some reason, it's way different than the loose powder. As you can see, I've got quite a lot of pan in here. I really enjoy this, so this is in the shade Light. I am gonna hold on to this one also. All right, so I'm only getting rid of 1. I have 5. This one's in my project pan. I'll probably be done with these 2 by the end of the year, since this one has so much pan in it, and then I'll only be left with 3 of them. So that's pretty all right if you ask me. I don't think that this many powders is that obscene. I use them all of the time. I mean, I probably could have only like 3 maybe. By the end of the year, I expect to only have 3. Alright, and there you have the end of my first declutter in my week of decluttering. I hope you enjoyed. I know I didn't get rid of too much, but I kept the things that I enjoy using or that are in a project pan, so I feel good about what I've decluttered so far. Next, we're going to be decluttering blushes, bronzers, highlighters, and face palettes. So if you want to not miss that video, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to know immediately when it comes live, don't forget to hit the notification bell. If you liked this video, if you like declutters, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.